missed you. Holly.
It's been 15 years since Coraline was released, and here we are with a combination of the crew who worked on the original puppets, and some of whom were working on Coraline puppets for the first time, bringing her build into the modern age. I'm Simon Thompson. I'm delighted to be joined by Sid Tucker, Brian McLean, Jess Lynn, Ollie Jones, Anya Poland, Henry Brummelman, and Scott Tom. Thank you for offering your time between building Wildwood puppets to talk about the film and the puppet that started it all.
It's Coraline. Coraline Jones.
Who remembers this? This is Coraline character design artwork. Now, when you guys look at these designs, what are the first questions and the challenges that you all, as puppet fabricators, see, and how do you begin to ideate a build?
First thing, I look at that and I think, how are those knees going to bend? That's the first thing I see on her.
How are we going to fit a joint in there that's going to actually operate and not collapse and be strong enough?
Try and break down the visual elements and try and start imagining how they're going to move. And are we going to have to compensate for them? Are we going to have special builds for them? Yeah, there's a lot of questions there.
There's a lot of panic sometimes.
A lot of panic.
Like you look at the knees, I look at those eyeballs and think they're huge. How are they going to fit inside the head? So I think each of us sort of look at it from our own vantage point and figure out how the heck are we going to do this?
Once we start working with sculpts, maquette, and then on top of that, once animation understands performance prompts, so looking at storyboards and knowing how it's going to behave, like all of that plays into the final product. So something, maybe we lose a certain shape in that design, but we gain something for a performance element.
What drives a lot of that is just the expectation. The animation that we're trying to produce has a lot more fluidity, has a lot more nuance, naturalism to it. And so that goes into everything. Our armature designs, how we engineer costumes, goes into facials. So that expectation becomes the driving force for everything.
It's also really easy, I think, to forget everything about her was a conscious choice, especially in her case, she's incredibly asymmetrical. And it could be so easy to kind of be like, oh, I'm just going to shore that up, kind of like lift that side or that, and forget that it was like, no, that was a choice.
Design choices.
That was a design choice at the time.
We meant to do it like that.
Yeah.
It's fun. You can actually look at the armature and see that one knee is significantly higher than the other. And that's on